Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to another stream. Let me jump over to here, get rid of that, and welcome, guys. Welcome to another stream. So, today we're going to be focusing on the charging system. Now, I know I've previously said in the streams that I don't want to be jumping into stuff off the bat. And why is this off the table like that? Oh, that's not good. But anyway, like I said before, I don't want to be doing things off the bat with no sort of planning, but I have an idea of what I want to do, and we're going to try and achieve it today. So the way it's going to work is this guy here, where he's standing, there's going to be like a collision here, and this is going to this is where the CO is going to have to come in here. They're going to have to tell the inmate to go over a stand over here, so he'll be inside the collision, and once he's inside the collision, the CO will be able to access his charges via the computer and see the list of all his charges and stuff like that. He can also add charges as well. So the idea is that if a CO physically catches an inmate with contraband or whatever, they've broken some sort of rule or law or something, they have the choice to physically put in the charges themselves. So the idea is that the COs are going to have to catch people and physically charge them and then punish them. So let's say this inmate got caught with some contraband, he searched him, found some contraband, he'll confiscate the contraband, he'll come here, he'll tell the inmate to go stand over there, he'll put in a charge of contraband, he'll choose like a punishment or whatever, and the punishment is going to be being sent to the SHU for up to 10 minutes, which I'm thinking is the CO can choose how long it's going to be. But let me jump over here, make sure everyone's going good. How you doing, Zuza, mate? Welcome back to the stream. Shout out to whoever's watching. Everything's looking good here. This is all good. But today is a little bit of a stream. But as you can see, I've never used a list view before, so this is what we need to do. And in this case, we actually have to create an object, which I've never done before. Which is literally below an actor. It's literally the first type of hierarchy, because I think in C++ everything's an object. But over here, so let's start, instead of messing around with the widget straight off, let's start building the logic. So we need a trigger for starters. Let's go to here. Let me double check everything's good here. Yep, everything's good. Is the audio all good? Everything, visuals, everything should be good. Yeah, this is a double line. I'm pretty sure you can hear the audio. So triggers. Let's create, as you can see, there's an object which we can actually use, which I didn't think was accessible in Blueprint. But as you can see, there's an object, and then there's this is the hierarchy of the actor, and then the actor is a hierarchy of a pawn, etc. So, but in this case, we just want an actor. Blueprint, charge trigger, charging trigger. Let me just see how I've done these. Alright, they're on default scenes. Box collision. I probably should have made a master for this, but that could be easily done. Alright, so now let's just drop this down here. We'll throw that where it needs to be. Alright. Let's just try and get these down to, so then it will work like that. Click for me, and then we can go potentially. All right, there we go. All right, that's gonna work. All right, so now we need to think about this. Okay, so now this computer needs to communicate with this. And the best way I think I can do it is just doing this. Then go like that, and bang, that's attached now. So now if that variable is valid, I know that it's attached to that, and we can then handle that. Oh, I won't need to cast, or would I? Check up on you guys in a second. Blueprint interface, charge functions. Get charge trigger. Keep it consistent. Shout out to whoever's watching. Charging trigger, charge. That's just in case I need that. Alright, so now we've got that and that. Now let's go into our it would already be been here. This is where I'm saving everything. I could just make this one big struct, but there's fucking a nightmare to handle when there's this much stuff in it. We need to now make a struct. Okay, how these charges going to work? So Should I make a list of charges or should I make it so they type in something? Let's just go with text for now. If it gets out of control or something during testing stages, I'll make a certain amount of, like a list of things you can charge them with. So what would that be? That would be charge description. Charge description. Charged by. This will be a string because it will be the. For now, I'm just going to be using Steam names. So, alright, charge description charged by. Interesting. Is there like a daytime? Charged on. Is daytime even what I, what's this? Let's just see what's going on. Let's get rid of this nonsense. Go to here. Date time. I'm hoping that could be date time. Date time. Date. Date time. Converts to date time. Okay, date time. Date. Get date. Get hour. Get day of year. That's very. Make a date time. Okay. Interesting. Okay. As a daytime structure. Alright. So that's going to work. That's good. You don't even have to construct like a fucking your own little daytime string. Alright. Charge description, charge by. Is that what we're going to need? So contraband. Charged by weapons. Charged on the 29th of the 9th, 2025. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to need. So there's our charge data. And we can do our charge data. Make it I replicated all these for some reason. I think we'll just do that. It's on the controller though. Okay, charges. There we go. Now we've got their charges. Okay. So now we've got their charge list. Now we can start thinking about what's going on here. Okay, so now okay, charges. I could probably stop all this code from executing. That always happens, man. Switch. So we only want to do that logic for CCTVs. Home button, toggle portal. The portal. Okay, this is where we toggle portals. Okay. Alright. We need to build this to be more modular so we can have different messages. Alright. So now we need to start building the portal. So something that size. Uh, I'm probably better off just making my own section like that and build it all in there instead of trying to have backgrounds and stuff like that. So how's this thing gonna look though? Okay. Charges portal. Shout out to whoever's watching. Okay, so charges portal. Just trying to get some sort of charging design going here. Orange. Alright. This is probably not gonna. Alright. What do you reckon? Orange or like a green? In that horizontal, we want to. I don't know why, but it always needs that one to look proper, properly fixed. And his border, he's got. Okay. Catch my drift? Just so we got like a little header. This needs to be smaller. Justice County Prison. Alright. That's going to be the name of the prison if you haven't figured that out just now. But that's us. And this needs to go, because this sits up here, we need to move this down. Probably the logo as well. Alright, there we go. Justice County Prison. We're wigging it today, as you can see, guys. Justice County Prison Charge Portal. Okay, we're just going to go with that for now. So now underneath that bad boy, we do that, and then that, and then underneath that, we can go with this is where the list view would be. Interesting. So we need to get I feel like there needs to be a photo of the inmate and their name somewhere. Maybe we can literally get this thing to fucking take a photo of the inmate, like a physical photo. Like let's go to that extent, guys. If I attach that to that, I can attach this to that. And then I can access that from here. So when they're in here, I can authorize the photo to be taken. Well, the photo will be taken straight away. As soon as this opens, there will be a new photo taken. That's what we're going to do, guys. Okay. We're fucking gonna do it. What would it? Oh no, I hate when it does this, man. It's a child actor component. I don't want none of that nonsense. Fucking hell, mate. Shit. Okay. Shit. Alright. Tripod, okay, it's a tripod. Boom. Alright. Now we need to attach a static to that. No, call this the camera. Boom. It needs to be this way. Okay. Does it sit on top? Is that where the... we'll see if we can go as far close to it as possible. Like that. Okay. So now, remove the auto activate. Get a custom going. Custom events. We'll just run it on the server. Toggle scene capture. Toggle scene capture. Enabled. Now this is how you optimize the scene capture command, because you're going to lose 30 frames a second as soon as that thing needs to what's it? Oh, that means we're going to need, quickly before we forget, we can go into the structs and go to the camera data, or is it the charge data? Mugshot is going to be a material. Can you take a photo? Fuck, I don't know. We're gonna have to see if we can. Mugshot will be the material. Okay. Mugshot description. Okay. So what you want to do for this bad boy is do tick uh, set component tick enabled. That just using auto activate and deactivate really does nothing until you do this. So we can do that. So that will turn it on and off, and then we can go branch. Check up on you guys. Shout out to whoever's watching. Okay, and then what you want to do here, so if it's enabled, we activate. Deactivate. So this will disable that whole thing until we obviously need it. We turn it back on. And then when we don't need it, we turn it off. Alright. So now on begin play, we want to call this straight away and toggle it off. So there's our charge camera. I'm pretty sure it's you can set that setting here. Capture every frame. Whether to update the captures contents every frame. If disabled, the component will render once and load then and only moved. But once the materials... Fuck, are you going to be able to save those materials? Well, I'm going to have to find out, I think. Well, let's move on from the camera. At least we've got our camera now. We've got our camera because that's how we want to get our photo. The photo's going to be something like that. Let's quickly make the renders for it. Okay. We still need something up here. This is going to be a list. So now we can add charges. Needs to be darker. No, I feel that's a stupid color. Orange, nice dark orange. That looks a bit better. Alright. So now we can, what we want to happen here is all the listing to happen. But we probably want some information like here, like a photo, inmate's name, inmate's min number maybe. And then on the side here, we can have all these charges listing like this. And there will be a little thing you can scroll down to see all these charges. If you want to add another charge, you click here, something will pop up, you'll be able to input the details, and bang, you'll be able to charge him, and it will go into the list and update the list. And that list is saved to the player's account. So you'll be able to see all the charges that other people have put on the inmate and stuff like that. You'll be able to see everything, their input, when they did it, who it was by. You'll be able to see the photo of the player and stuff, the date and time. So that's the idea. All right. So now what we probably could do is, instead of trying to worry about the photo and the name and stuff right now, let's just start getting the list view. But that's a little bit of a pickle because, let me jump over to here. It's a bit an unconventional way to get this thing to actually work. You have to use an object, which I've never seen be used before. So we need widgets for the list entry and the list view. The computers considered the list view. This is the list view. Well, what I was just working on, right here. This is the list view right here. And then, so what we need is a list entry widget, the structure, I can just use the charge structure, and an object. Alright. Okay, I think I remember how to do this. So list entry. Widget blueprint, charge, entry. List. Oh no, that's a charge entry. Interesting. We've got the structure. Now we need our object. Oh, okay. Blueprint, charge, entry, the charge entry object. Then we need to go to here and implement a specific interface, which is a list, user object list entry. Okay. So now for this to show up in the, is it the list view? List entry, list view. Okay, the list view will be here. List. Okay. Charge list. Okay. Add charge button. Charge text. Alright, so that's a bit cleaned up now. We've got our list view. Let's put a little bit of padding on that bad boy. Alright, so there's our list view. What's going on here? Oh, that's right. Is the entry there, or where is it? Must be this one. List entry, okay. Interesting. Interesting. What in the world? What is that, year one? Yeah, day one, month one, year one. Okay, now, mate. Alright, yeah, I think that's us. So now we've exposed it. This entry, okay. What? I've added the fucking interface. I've missed something here because add the structure variable, expose it. Okay. Oh, okay. That's not where I'm meant to add it. Or is it? Okay. To the graph and then to here and then down to here. Where's the fucking interfaces? Oh, yeah. List. So there we go. Now we can do that. So now this should show up. Charge entry. So now this should show up as charge entry. Bang. Beautiful. What's this? Whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. So now I can use that to get the data. Okay, that's where the structure is. Okay. This is the one I think we need. Construct object example. Where's this get constructed? In the controller. Okay. So we create it and then we add. Fucking hell, man. It's a bit complex, this. So the entry object. So the entry, that's where the data is. Now we've got that. Now in this entry we can get the charge data. Okay, so let's try and do something. Construct. No, not interesting. Inter-fucking-resting. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Alright, we need to go to here and we need to be able to add an entry. Custom initialize. What we might do, so I've got it open, is we're all going to watch a tutorial together, guys. 51 minutes in, not too bad. Let's jump over here. We've got this ready to go, but shout out to Leaf Branch Games. Let's have a bit of a tutorial, guys, and because I'm fucking getting confused with all this.
Before we continue with the video, if you like what I'm doing here on this channel, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel a lot. Anyway, let's get back to the video. This is essentially what we will be creating in this tutorial. We will be creating a bit of a list view over here in the top left, which consists of images, some text and a button, and we'll just show how you can easily set this up and how the communication works for you to do so. Welcome back. In this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the list view widget and seeing how that works. So let's get started. To begin with, we are going to be creating a user interface, and this will just be a user widget, and this will be our general UI which we place.
This is our computer UI.
So we'll call it w_main UI or something like that. Opening this up, we can then add our list view. We'll do this by adding a canvas, just so we have something to relate to. And then we add a list view. A list view is essentially, as if you look at the explanation over here, it's a virtualized list that allows thousands of items to be displayed. Essentially what it's doing, it's allowing you to have a very big list where it will be reusing the widget places so that it will not be very demanding. So despite having thousands of lists there, only the ones that are actually showing on the screen will be the ones that are loaded in, essentially. That's the easy way of describing it.
Can you hear him, guys? Can you hear him well?
But yeah, our list view here,
I don't think this
now
is
we have
going
it
to
available.
affect it.
We scroll in on it here, we can see that there is an error that's appearing that says no entry widget class specified on this list. Even if doing custom stuff, this is always required as fallback. What this means is it's complaining that we do not have a setting over here. Down here you can see we have an entry widget class, and that is currently set to none. Clicking on it, you can see that we have nothing that we can actually add to it. The reason for this is that it has a requirement on which kind of widgets it will allow. Let's compile for now and go back and create another widget. So we'll create another widget.
This is our entry.
Make it a user blueprint, user widget. Call it w underscore list view entry. So this will be representing one item in this list view then. Opening this up, you can see we have currently nothing in here. Going back to our main menu, clicking our list view, we still do not get it as something that appears here, because this widget is not fulfilling the requirements. What this widget needs is a interface to be implemented. So we'll go to graph, class settings, and add list. You can see we have something called a user object list entry. Adding this, compiling, saving, going back to our main menu, we can now see if we open up this dropdown that this is now a widget that is allowed to be used. So we'll use that like so, compile and save. Now that we have a valid list view entry here, we still don't get any information here. Currently it's just empty because we need to design the actual list view entry. The list view entry is just like any other widget, just to make it visually understanding. We'll add a panel in the form of a horizontal box, so we can place some items inside of it, and let's place a image, text, and a button inside of it.
Oh, I've got to construct it.
This is
okay. Image description charged by charged on. Image description charged by charged on. Image description charged by I don't know if our 2D capture component, we're going to have to figure out a way to take a photo and then turn it into an actual texture that we can save, or a material. Alright, so we got charge description charged by charged by fucking hell, wait. Text block 1. Text block 2. Alright. Charge mugshot. Shit. Charge description charged by and then we need a date, another text, charged on, charged on. Okay. Okay. Let's just put a logo here. So that's how it's going to look. You're going to see his head. You're going to see his charge. You're going to see who he's charged by and the date he's charged on. And what I can do is I can make this move over to there. So like that whole section will move over to this side. I can probably do it like this. Yep. And then I can go like this fill. Yeah, I can go like that actually, yeah. And then I can have something on the side. We can have these mugshots here and then we can have their name as well. Ten and 12. 10, 12, black. I don't need to save that into the charge data because I can just get their name from the actual name. And then, oh, fuck. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Weapons, contraband. Yeah, I think that's us.
This is what our widget will look like as an entry in the
Shout out
list
to
view.
whoever's watching, going on for an hour now.
To see what it will actually look like. And this is fine for now. We can compile and save. In our main menu, we now want to be able to add this. But first, let's go to our third-person character. In this case, we have on the event begin play. Getting the controller, casting it to the player controller.
All right, we have to do this on the controller. Oh no, it's the widget.
And here we're just going to be creating a widget. The widget will be of the type main UI that we created, because we're just going to be showing our main UI and show the list view that's inside of it. And then we're just going to be adding it to viewport. Now, since we don't have any entries in...
See, I'm listing it now. What I need to do is need to do the logic where I can input an entry.
in our list view. If we play now, we're going to be having an empty UI. To be able to add some list view entries, we need to go to our main UI, and we need to go to our event construct. From here, we are going to be taking our reference to our list view, And then we're gonna be dragging out from that and saying add item. You can see here under the list view category, we have an add item function. This one takes a list view as a target and an object reference as an item. So this is sort of your input where you can pass information along to the list view. And let's look at our list view entry. Our list view entry, we implemented the interface for the, what was it called? I don't even remember the name. The user object list entry, which gives us these 4 events here. And the one that's most interesting for us right now is the onList item object set. We right click and implement event. You can see that we have an event here that takes an object reference as an input. This is directly matched against the add item. So when you do an add item, this is what's getting fed in. Since this is an object reference, you can send in any type of object here you want to have, anything that derives from object, so an actor or whatever
Everything
you want to. But since this is how we add the widgets and we don't have any other way of communicating with the widget that we're creating, because we're the data of this one, the information for the text block, for example, isn't being fed like when we create a normal create widget. That means that this item is most likely going to be used as some sort of data holder for you. So just to make this simple, we're going to be creating an object for this. So we'll go here, right click, create a blueprint class and choose object and then click select. We can call this bp underscore list view data entry, something like that. It's fine. So this object essentially has nothing inside of it. I have prepared a structure here. I call it a list view data. If you don't know how to create a structure, you can just right click, go to blueprints and structure. Then you'll get this, and then I've added one variable, so I have a text and a more text here, and that's all that this structure contains. This structure we're going to be using in our class we just created now. So we'll add a variable, we call this
thing he doesn't do is expose it, so it gets added to the bin.
View entry. And the type is s underscore list view data is what I called it. So we have that structure here now. Now, the problem here is if we go to our main menu now and we create an object, you create an object by using the node construct object. I've never seen this before. Spelling is hard. There, construct object from class. Then we get to choose which class. And here we can choose our BP list view data entry. Now that we created it like this, we can add it to our add item over here. The problem is it's just going to be containing whatever we have as our default values in our widget for list view entry now, because we haven't actually set any values inside of this one. Sorry, the default values of this object class here for the data list entry. So to be able to populate this, let's create a function for us to do that. So we'll create a custom event. We call it init for initialization. And let's do this. We get our struct, we drag out, actually let's do this. We do a set, remove this one, drag from this, create a make list that exposes our variables, then we can just drag it into our event easily like this. So this means we're setting our structure now with the inputs that we get from the init. We can now go back to our main UI, and instead of this we can just say we want to call the init function.
Oh, this is only doing one entry, but let's just do it. So charges. Ah, there we go. That's how we can pass it through. Interesting. So this would be the inmate's charge data. What is he casting? Initialize. Okay. See, this is him doing this, but all he had to do was expose the pin, and then it becomes available in here. But he didn't do that. So this is essentially useless because we can pass that through, and then we can go to now we can go to charge list and do a add item like this. Have I got a computer reference? Interesting. Okay. That's the item we're adding. All right. Let's just make a charge data here. Let's just do mugshot logo, engine logo. What the fuck? Okay. Charge description, contraband, charge by weapons. Make. Beautiful. 2025. 09. 29. So now when we open that bad boy, now when we open this bad boy like this, theoretically, we should have one charge list. So let's give that a crack. Beautiful. All right. So now I need to come access this computer and see if we get one charge. Shout out to whoever's watching. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Consider subscribing. Let me know where you're watching from, guys. I might go a little bit longer and make these streams just a little bit longer. I keep watching Tokyo Spliff and his 12-hour streams, and I'm thinking, fuck. You know, I've been in stages like that too, where I've just been coding all fucking day, like 16 hours straight, and I've had to tell myself to go to sleep. I didn't want to go to sleep. And I'm thinking, bro, I've been going for 16 hours, I need to have a sleep. But that's pure programming insanity. I love it. You have to really enjoy this type of stuff to be able to do this stuff. If you believe in numerology, and you are a master life path like me, a master builder 22 life path, this is the best field you can get into, because as a master builder, we like coming up with ideas and bringing them into fruition, going from the archetypical world, is that what's the word? Archetypical world, which is the idea level, down to reality level. That's what I love doing, and programming allows you to do just that. You come up with an idea and you bring it into fruition. But yes, I was born to do this, and I have chosen the best field possible, because God is the best programmer you will ever come across, the best programmer I've ever witnessed. So I thought, why not do God's trade and become a programmer? All right, so we need to test charging computers. We got no logic. Like I got to move that chair or something. But I thought I got to make it so maybe we can do an animation where the inmate can sit down and the fucking CO can sit here and just interrogate the fuck out of the player before he brings him in here and go, bro, you're getting charged. Stand the fuck over there. You're getting charged, brother. Boom. Let's go into charges. Oh, that's right. We've got no portal logic. Interesting. And none of this is working. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. We've got no portal logic. Interesting. Toggle portal. Here we go. Okay. So now when we enable portals, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So we're bringing the charges portal. Bazinga. Bazinga. Interesting. Okay. Shout out to whoever's watching. Hour and 13 minutes, not bad. So now we got that. And now we want to disable. Now it should work. So we need to see one charge come up of contraband. So if that works, then we'll be able to list our charges. We'll have to like loop through the fucking. It can hold thousands of entries. So apparently there is really no limit, and I think there's only going to be so many that are going to fit in the viewport. So you will only really be loading that many. So there can essentially be an infinite amount of charges. So you can probably go to charge an inmate and he's got like 1,000 charges. So that's how cool it's going to be. So you'll probably start as an inmate with like a default charge. Maybe you can choose your default charge, like how you went into jail, and maybe your sentence, everyone gets a life sentence or something. Like yes, there's many different things we can do. So this should be us. Let's go check this inmate's charges. Not the charges that are coming from the actual actor. I'm just manually putting it in just so we can see it. Bazinga! And oh, fucking hell, are you kidding me? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Back to this.
So we'll move this away a little bit. So the init function over here.
So why isn't that working? It's exposed, it's getting set. Interesting. Because when you construct that, you're essentially putting the data in. And then we're adding it to the list view, which is only one. But why didn't any of that? Oh, that's right. Because these aren't even exposed. We're not.
Take some input. It will add
I
an
mean,
item to
not
our
binded
list
or
view.
anything.
And to show that this is working, we can just.
This essentially can be avoided by exposing it here.
Hello, and then more text can be from outer space or something. Now we're still not acting upon these things. We're passing this information through to our.
That's right, but it's not setting it.
But in our widget over here, we're not doing anything over here. So here we're taking an object reference, but we know that it's of this type. So for simplicity now, we're just going to be casting here. So we're going to cast to BP list view data entry. This will allow us to reach in and get our struct that we have created. So we're going to type in get and go to the bottom, and then we get our struct. From this,
let me see if I can optimize this a little bit. Can you cast to object? No, you can't. I'm just gonna avoid that fucking cast. Oh, okay, I've already got it. Oh, that's the charging trigger. No, that's the charging trigger, okay. Get charging trigger. Get charging object. Charging object. Charge entry object. Charge entry object. Charge entry object. Get charging object. Wait. Oh, okay. Shit. Shit. Interesting. The fuck? Okay, charging functions not there. Charging functions. No. Okay, charging functions. Should already be in here. Charging functions. Charge. Functions. Get charging object. Self. Get charging object. Okay, get charging object. Get charging object. Optimize it slightly, guys. Slightly. Door is valid just to be safe.
We can break this and we get our actual information. Then we can go.
Oh, that's how you do it. Man, that's how you do it. Cause like I was thinking, like these are hard to handle because you have to go like this and split and say there's like 100 fucking entries. You fucking kidding me? So you break the struct. You break the struct and then you can choose which one. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, I just learnt something there. Okay, so now we've got that. We've got our data.
To our designer and click on our text. Make sure that it's a variable. That way when we go back to the graph, we can drag out a reference for it here and say set text on it.
Oh, okay, this is here we go. So that's on the, okay. 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 Set brush from material. Lucky we got one, okay. Set brush from material. And now we can do set text. Set text. charged by. Charge description, charged by. Charged on. Can you do it to text? Oh, interesting. Or to string. Interesting. Interesting. Charged on is a text. Interesting. Date. Time. Nah. We'll just leave charged on as charged on for now. Let's just see if we can go in game and actually see the charge now. Shout out to whoever's watching, an hour and a half, not too bad. Once we get this logic done, I can look into this camera and see if we can actually physically get a photo of him. So the photo will be like bang, maybe I can do a flash, like so the camera actually flashes and stuff like that. Like I love small little details like that, like things that work in the world, things that automatically move and stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Like this this stuff here, I can actually code it to show the actual time, even down to the second, which will be pretty sick. But yeah, we're jumping in game now. So everything should be updated except the charge by. It would just say charged by. I need to somehow deconstruct that time into a string. Or get time, that's what it would be. Get day, get time, that's what I need. Maybe I can get it off that date time structure, I think it is. Fucking what? Everything's okay. Let's make sure we still got our stats where we want it. Doesn't seem to be affecting it very badly. Ah, there we go. It's working to a degree. This is obviously a white logo. Yeah, it's a white logo. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I mean, can you take photos with scene capture components and that? But let's just... interesting. Unrandom 4 logo. Okay. So... Alright, so there's the... We actually might see this photo now. Because this is running at least once to get the photo. And we need to really only... Yeah, we need to only like... Fuck. Hopefully you can save the material. Like take a photo and then save it as a material or a texture. You've got to be able to do that. Because I think if this is not running on tick or every frame, it takes one frame, so one photo. Yeah, it takes a fucking it captures the scene, but it's like a still photo, I believe, which is just that one in like one frame. Ah, I know what's. See, I have to fucking change the RT. Uh, yeah, I have to change the material size. I'm gonna do that. I have to do that now. I have to change the material size. Or the render target size, I should say. Alright, alright, that's good enough. Alright, let's go with that. Hour and a half. Once I get this done, I'll probably finish up the stream. Um, the only thing I need to do now is get this, communicate with this to take the photo and then send the data over to the computer, and then when he opens up the charges, it lists all these charges, and then if he clicks on add charge, he can add a brand new charge. So that's what it's going. I have to make a little pop-up where you can input the charges and stuff like that. But we're getting progress. We're starting to get there. What we want to do is we just want to test this image, because if that image is fine like that, oh wait, interesting. Let me check that again actually. So, uh, which should be good. The inmate name obviously got to get passed through. We can probably make a charges component to do all the logic for it there. Oh, there really isn't any logic. It's just a structure that gets updated and gets shown. I don't even have to make a component. I can just have that structure in where it needs to be in the saving component. And recently I learned how like all the how you can use components to your advantage to modularize stuff and keep everything very organized. I love the whole fucking concept of components, man. It's crazy. You can literally modularize things. Like you can I learned how you can do static active components, where you could sort of make a static mesh have functionality. You can add functionality to the static mesh like you can't to a standard static mesh. Okay, let's see if we see this photo. It needs to be a lot closer. But there we go. We got this is just really it's gonna say inmate name. I'd put maybe fucking NPC or something. Contraband. We need to like maybe put these in little squares so you can tell, put lines in between them or something. But there we go. We've got but what I want to check is that we can have multiple entries. So let me Should have 3 entries now. So now we've got the just about got the charges listed, and all I need to do is make sure now I'm transferring the data over, so we're actually looking at the inmates charges. Make sure that there's only one inmate like overlapping the trigger. You know, just in case there's 2 inmates there, like it will say, look, there's 2 inmates there. Make sure there's only 1 inmate standing in front of the camera. So there's 1 inmate standing in front of the camera, then we can access his charges and we're able to add charges on top. Very simple system, but very immersive type of feature. It gives the CEOs the control to be able to control everything. Control the inmates, tell them what to do, when to do it, search them at random times, search their cells. Like the way I visualize it is that there's going to be inmates. Like, and when we start playing the game with other players, I'm going to be Officer Weapons, the corrupt conqueror, and I'm just going to like the way I visualize it is there's going to be CEOs and they're going to be controlling the inmates to a certain degree. They're going to be like, all right, let's do rec time for 20 minutes. So we tell everyone to go to rec time. The inmates take them over the rec time. They do the rec time. All right, boys, now it's cafeteria time. Go over to cafeteria. They can control them to that degree. At any time, they can search them and all that type of stuff. So it's really the CEOs ordering around inmates and inmates trying to do sneaky things and like to get away with type of stuff to progress their game type of thing. So that's the idea. But we're looking for multiple entries now with an index for the charge description, like a number 0, 1, 2. So we should have 3 entries. Bazinga! There we are, guys. But you know what? Let me do one more last check. Let's do a large number like this. So this is what 50 charges will look like. Let's jump in, check that. And that's probably where I'll leave this stream. Let me know in the comments down if you want me to keep going, but I try not to leave the streams too long, just so they're watchable. But who knows? The 2-hour streams may do just as well as I don't know. I haven't really done a 2-hour stream before, not for this type of stuff anyway. But you know, we might as well keep going. So now we've got multiple listings. What I should focus on now is getting all the logic over, so you're actually looking at the charges from this one character, one inmate, and yeah. And then all I need to do is make a pop-up menu where you can input a brand new charge. Maybe choose from a list of different types of charges. I can put a bunch of different charges up there, like contraband, assault, malicious wounding or something, you know, for stabbing and type of stuff like that. I'm not sure what the charges are called over in America, but we can find all that stuff out. So yeah, maybe there can be like just so they're not typing in fucking being an idiot, you know, their charge is being an idiot or something like that. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to make a list of different charges so then we'll get to a point where there's some sort of charge you can give them to relate to what they did. If not, I might put an other. So other, and then maybe you can add your text then, type of thing. But we should have a big list now. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Fucking beautiful. And the way it works is only these are loaded. So when I go down like this, only them are loaded. So there can be like a million fucking lists here, listings. I like the look of this too. That actually looks pretty cool. So here we go. Justice County Prison, add charge, inmate name. Maybe I'll convert this inmate name, remove the inmate name, maybe put just that there. Maybe so there's one big photo of him here. He's got his inmate there. Maybe I can give everyone a min number, like they're called min numbers in America, in Australia. I'm not sure. It's like a number, an inmate number. So maybe we can have the inmate details here, and then on this side is the list with you know, just the description, who charged them, and when they got charged. And there you can actually see their charges, and then add a charge. So what do you reckon, guys? Made a little bit of progress. Pretty much started the charges portal, which is pretty much what we want. There's some functionality here. That's functional there. This is not going to be functional. I might make it so you can type something in there, but it's not really going to do anything. This is going to show your actual date that's on your computer and the time that's on your computer. So all these clocks are going to be like, so if you're in game and you want to know what time it is, just look at the clock and it will tell you the exact time. So that's the idea. And then I'm going to have like a little like radial what's that thing where you can scroll it up and down volume, just so there's functionality. So we've got a little bit of functionality, but that's how you obviously get out of the computer like that. And that's how you can, you know, close stuff like this. I think if I go like this, no, I have to make that, remove that, but it doesn't right now. But there we go, guys. There's our little charging system. Pretty simple logic. All it is just inputting charges and listing them. But that's pretty much where we are, guys. I like this. This just looks cool off the bat. Alright, well there we are, guys. There's our charging system. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll probably just leave this stream now, because it might take me a little bit of time to get everything working properly, but to get this camera working properly. So that's going to be like, bang, take a photo of them. So the photo that you see on the computer with their name and details will be just that, the photo that's taken as soon as you open up the computer and start accessing their stuff. So then that can be there. So then I don't have to save the mugshot. I don't have to save the mugshot in the data to list it in the list. I can just, yeah, that way I don't have to save the mugshot, because I can't see myself saving a material or a fucking texture from that capture. I can't see that happening. But yeah, that's the way it's going to work. Pretty simple system, guys. What do you reckon? But if you're new to this game and you're wondering what this game's all about, hit the links in the description. I've got a link to the devlogs, also a link to these streams, and also a link to the game Discord. So we've got an official Discord for the game, as you can see. We do announcements, you know, random different types of, I'll just show you random different stuff that I can every now and then that I can. We've got the devlogs. Devlog number 3 is coming out very soon. We've got all the streams. We've got the changelog. The version we're working on now is version 1.0.1. And we've got the credits, the actual credits of the developers and all the assets that I'm using. I'm either using these now or they're planned to be used. All of these different types of assets. We're probably going to change some assets later on. Like I want a more realistic blood system. So we might have to get an asset for that. But that's pretty much where we are, guys. Yeah, so you know, we've got general, you can talk, all that type of stuff. We've got you can have suggestions. We've got applications ready for testing. If you want to become a developer and help out in the team, hit me up. We'll make an application here, and you can report any bugs if you do see them. But that's pretty much where we are, guys. PrisonRP UE5 devlog. Make sure you hit the link in the description for that. But anyway, guys, that's probably where I'm going to leave it. We've been going for an hour and 42 minutes. But yeah, that's probably where I'm going to leave it, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be focusing on this charging system today. And hopefully I can get it done today. So maybe tonight I can post a short and show you the charging system. That will either be tonight or tomorrow. So I'll either have that short up by the end of today if I do get stuff done. If not, it'll be up tomorrow. And then once I'm actually done here, I've actually just got the animations for the warehouse for the pick and packing job system, so we can jump straight into that after we do the charges, and that will be finalizing all the computer logic. So we'll probably do that in the next stream. It'll be a lot easier to build the job system, the pick and packing system. So we'll probably do that in the next stream. So if it may not be tomorrow, the next stream, it'll be the day after potentially. So if it's not tomorrow, know that I'll be coming back the next day with a stream. So yeah. I shouldn't be saying this. I don't like to try and promise people things, but I'm trying to create better content now. I'm trying to put more work in. I'm trying to take look at this project as more of a job, and I'm trying to put more work in, you know, to deliver on my end. So that will equate to more streams. So I'm going to try and do more streams to get used, you know, just so we can. Because I could potentially do it every day or every second day or every other day, but I'm going to try and do more often streams. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.